This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let me share my screen. So once again, welcome back to the session. So we are on the day one of the session. So yesterday, was a demo session. So we just went through what are all the topics that we are going to see in the Cypress sessions, and what is Cypress and how Cypress will be useful. And we had a comparison of Cypress tools with Playwright and Selenium. So we had all these discussions, and we had a lot of questions as well. And today is the day two. We are going to see about, few configurations and how to set up your Cypress and some basic scripts in JavaScript. Okay, so just to give you an insight, how our automation is going to be. So this is going to be your day one. So let's start up with our session. Okay, so okay, so yeah, okay, just a moment.
Today, what are topics we are going to cover?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to list it out now. So today, we are going to see about, how to configure and set up your Cypress. Okay, so how to configure and set up Cypress. Okay, and also we are going to see about, or we are going to start about your JavaScripts. Okay, so we are going to see some few scriptings, like how JavaScripts is going to work about. So in JavaScript concept, the first concept that we are going to see about is, how to how and where JavaScript will be available in HTML and the Visual Studio Code, how to run your how to run how to run your JS code in VS Code editor. Okay, so this is what we are going to see about for today. So since it's a starting session, we are taking it a little light by taking it into the configuration and what is JavaScript and how does a JavaScript work about. But going forward, it's going to be like a maybe starting from tomorrow, it's going to be a full-fledged session. So that's what we are going to do about. Hopefully, please mute yourself so that others don't get disturbed or distracted. And if any doubts are there, please unmute yourself or please ping it in the chat or WhatsApp, because both are available for now. So maybe let's get started for okay. So let me just a moment. Uh, Sorry about that, Deepak. I'm muting you for now. Maybe if something is there, you can unmute yourself. Okay. So yeah. So these are the things that we are going to see about today. So when the configuration and setup of your Cypress. So basically the configuration and setup of Cypress basically involves about your let me copy it up. Configuration and setup of your Cypress basically involves your Node.js. So first let us check it up, like what are the prerequisites and how to install your Node.js, your Cypress and your Visual Studio Code actually. So let's start up with that. So let's have it as a prerequisite session, this one. Okay. Prerequisites. So prerequisites contributes towards something called your first thing is first, we need to install your Node.js. Okay. So that is the main play or the main item which helps you in your installation of your packages related to your Cypress. So what is basically Node.js? It's like a package distributor. Okay, distributor. Okay, package distributor. So where all the compatible packages for your JavaScript or Cypress will be available. Okay, So this is what the first prerequisite, and next comes your Cypress. Okay, so Cypress is nothing but it's again a package available as part of Node.js. And one more thing I need to mention it up, like say Node.js has something called your NPM. So the abbreviation is called your Node Package Manager. Okay, so your Node.js is and your npm is like say one in all. So inside your Node.js only you have your npm, and from your npm only you get your Cypress. Simple as it is. So that is the clean workflow. Your Node.js is a server, and Node.js has something called a npm within it, and your npm is going to be helpful for you to install your Cypress. So this is how basically it works. Okay, and what are the editors that we are going to use about over here? So from the scripting perspective, so editor what we are going to use over here is like say where we are going to use something called your VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Okay, so these are the prerequisites that is required for our testing of Cypress for now. Okay, so there are a few other plugins as well, which we'll be seeing it at the later point of time. Okay, so no questions. Okay, so how to configure and set up your Cypress? The first things first, we need to install your Node.js. So how to install your Node.js? Simple. So go to your google.com. Okay, so just go to your google.com. And okay, so before installing your Node.js, like maybe I just put the question to you. To run your JavaScript, do you require Node.js? Maybe let me pose the question to you. Do you need
Mm.
Node.js to run JavaScript? Maybe you can ping it in the chat or unmute yourself and tell it up. No issues.
I think we
Yeah,
don't need.
exactly. Yeah, exactly, Rohit. Yeah, you're right. So to run your JavaScript, we don't need anything. We just need some tags. That's it, and a .js file. That's it. So then, where does a Node.js play a major part? So whenever you want any supporting files or library files or a package files that you need to use it inside your JavaScript, then you require your Node.js. But to just simply run your JavaScript, you don't need anything, just you need to have the understanding of your language. So a minimal requirement of your laptop desktop is very well enough for your starting with your JavaScript. So Node.js is kind of a server, so that will help you to install the packages available. Maybe I can compare Node.js in npm with your Maven and Gradle, something like a Maven and a Gradle, but it's not exactly the same. So don't assume it like it's the same one. So it's a different one, but it is similar to that. Okay, so I can compare it with Maven or your Gradle, not the same as Maven or Gradle. Okay, now let's see how to install your Node.js. So just go to google.com and type Node.js, download. Just click over here. So this is the official website for your Node.js. Let me ping it to you as well, so that in case if you want to install it right away, you can install it up. Okay, and then here we have a lot of MSI zip package tar and Linux platform files available. So whichever is your platform, you can install it up, and there are two versions available. So LTS is the latest stable version. Okay, and current is the, like say it's like a little lesser version. Okay, or like say it is the most updated version, I would say. LTS is a little lesser version when compared to the current, but it is the stable version. Whereas in the current version, there might be some improvements, which might be an experimental feature. So if you want to try it up, you can try it. No harm in that. But I would suggest you to go to your latest stable version. Okay. So depending upon your platform, if it is going to be your Windows, your Mac, or Linux, you can download that particular file actually. So if it is going to be a Windows, it's going to be MSI, sorry. And if it's going to be your Mac, it's going to be a package file. And if it is going to be your Linux version, so basically we have a library file available. So whichever you're comfortable with or sufficient with, you can use it up. So I use a Mac actually. So I just downloaded my Mac actually. I installed as it as a packager. So when I click over here, it will be downloading it as a package manager for. So I already have it up, so I don't need to do anything. But if you are your Windows installer, so you need to download an MSA file. I would not suggest you to go to zip file, but an MSA file will have all the simple click options so that you can install it right away. Okay, and there is something like say in Mac, once you install it with the package, you don't need to set the path, the root path, everything. But if it is going to be your Windows, so you need to set your path inside your system environment variables. So let me also mention that in the document. So in the node or npm for Windows, set up the environmental, sorry, environmental variables. Okay, so one is like say it's going to be a one is system or user defined variables, anything you can use it. Another one is inside the path. Okay, so what you need to do, it is like, since I don't have a Windows machine, so let me Google it and tell it to you like how you need to do it up. So it's as simple as it is. You need to go to the start menu and then type in like environment variables, and then you get like say edit environment variables available in your Windows. Okay, so let me Google that part so that you will have the image as well. Variables Windows. Okay, okay. Okay. O'Reilly is the best one. He's an international one, so obviously he has the right one. So you'll be getting like this screen and you have it as a environment variables. So you need to click this environment variables. You get these two options. So user variable is nothing but you set it or you customize it. System variable is nothing but which is available throughout the system. So I would suggest you to go, if it's your personal laptop, like you will have the admin rights. So you can go for your system variable. If it is going to be office laptop, just use your user variables. Simple as it is. And then what you need to do is you can see the path of it over here. Okay, node underscore modules dot bin. So you need to mention this path inside your uh, path variable actually. So that is something like this. A path would be available either inside your system, either or. Okay, if you mention it in both places, it's fine if you have access. If you don't have access for your system, use it inside your user defined variables. That's it. So this is how it works. Okay. So that what happens over here is like say when you go to your terminal, like say since I've already installed it, like say maybe the size is little small. I don't think I'll be able to maximize it up. But you can use the node double hyphen version even in your Windows command prompt. Okay, and click it, you'll be getting your version. So I have the 20 version, so which is not a stable version because the stable version is 18. Okay, and I'm using a current version as 20. Okay, and npm double hyphen version also you can check it, because as you've seen we have installed only your node, no need to separately install your npm. So if I give npm double hyphen version, it's 9.6. Okay, so these two commands will help you to check, let's say, what version of node and npm is available as part of your execution. So let me ping it to you as well so that you can use it. So this command is common for both Mac, Windows, then Linux, anything. So there is no differentiation. So don't worry about it. So this is how your node installation works. Next thing is nothing but your, let's pause Cypress installation for a moment, and we need an editor. So let's VS Code installation. Okay, just have this searched inside your Google VS Code. So usually I'm more towards the VS Code because like say there are a lot of editors available in an industry to run your JavaScript. So you can use Vim, BB editor, even Notepad plus plus. But VS Code is like say it's little lightweight and it accommodates almost all the files. So even like say I think like it can accommodate Java and C# as well. So I would be more inclined towards VS Code. Maybe if you have any other editor, you can mention it in the chat as well, so that everyone is aware like what you are using it. So in case like if you are using your JavaScript, okay. So VS Code, I would say it's the best actually currently in the industry. So you can use that one. So depending upon what OS, like you can install it up. If it is going to be your Windows, you can directly download it and install it up. So if it is going to be a Mac machine that you're having it, again you can download it and install. It's not a big deal. It's just a simple exe file. If I click it over here, it will automatically download for me. Okay. You can see it's a simple zip file. That's it. Okay. So let me cancel it since I already have it up. Okay. So this is the two things that we require it up mandatorily, your Node.js for your Cypress installation and VS Code for your editing purpose. So once we have the VS Code, right? So basically, when we have the VS, sorry, check any question. Yeah, the session is recorded. You can see it is started actually, so it's in recording. Don't worry. So it's recording.
How have you done this setting for environment variable in Node.js?
Sorry.
How to do setting for environment variable in for Node.js?
Yeah, it's a simple one. You need to go to the this particular, like say you're holding a Windows or a Mac.
Windows.
Windows simple. You go to your start and type like say edit environment variables, and
Mm-hmm.
you get like say an option edit environment variable. Just click on it, or
Okay.
you can go to like say type system properties, and you can see like
Mm-hmm.
environment variables. Just click on this
Okay.
environment variables. You get this
Mm-hmm.
page, this back side, not
Okay.
this edit page, this back page.
Mm-hmm.
And inside this there is a path available. Just click on this path
Mm-hmm.
and add
Mm-hmm.
the node module underscore bin. So usually if you go to your
Okay.
app data like C users app data
Mm-hmm.
local, so there will be this
Mm-hmm.
node module available. Just copy it and click on the new and paste it over here. That's it.
Okay. But here we do have environment system variable, environment variable. Which one we need to set?
Yeah, that's what it depends upon your rights. If it's going to be your personal desktop or laptop, you go for your system variable. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's going to be your office, use your user variables.
Mm-hmm.
Depends
Okay.
upon like what access you have actually, because sometimes in your
Okay.
office they don't give the access to system variables. Only user
Mm-hmm.
variable you can
Okay.
edit and do something. So again, it depends. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is how you set it up, and let me check any other questions. Oh, sorry, my spelling is wrong. It's recording a bit. Don't worry. Wait, what Node.js used for? Yeah, sure. So Node.js is used for like say to run or like say to download your packages. So what happens is like say your Node.js, like a Node.js, maybe it is something like a package manager we can tell. Because inside your Node.js, there is something called a NPM. We call it as a node package manager. So whereas like say there is a wide range of developers who develop and put the code inside a particular repository, maybe it's like a repository where everyone can access, download that particular repository and use it for their scripting purpose. So that's where the Node.js comes into picture. So where like say it starts with always a command called npm, and then what command we need to execute it up, or maybe the command I think about is like say an install command or an uninstall command or a repair command, anything. So it has a wide range of library available. Like if you go and see inside your node.js over here, so this is just a downloads. If you see the documents, you can see ES6 and beyond, everything is available. Like say what and all your developer, like say developer uses and puts in the package over there for your utilization, everything will be available inside the node.js. Just you're trying to access it and pull that particular package alone for your usage. That's it. It's kind of a repository, maybe similar to that of a repository where everyone puts the code. so that you can use it for your development purpose. Maybe you can also push your code towards your Node.js, but it should be like say pass some certificates and other things. So basically, as I could see this page, I can tell it as a dependencies manager. Basically, what and all like say dependencies you require for your project, you can invoke it from your Node.js. Okay. So does that answer your question? Is it fine? Okay. So I hope it answers the question. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let me check the back. Yeah, yes, thank you. So let's proceed it up. Okay. So we have installed your Node.js and now you know how to check which Node version and NPM version you are using. So both versions will be obviously different. It won't be the same because sometimes there might be changes in NPM and sometimes there might be changes in Node. So it is not always will be the same. Okay, so it will be different. Don't be puzzled on that. And the next thing is like say VS Code. So this is the VS Code editor. So I've already installed it up. So once you install your VS Code editor, like say, maybe let me close it and reopen it over here. Still it shows. Let me close it. Okay. So once you open your VS Code, it would be something like this. In your left hand side, you can see this is a search and this is a project explorer and search. And this is a Git repo. Like say, if you have installed your Git, maybe later point of time, we'll need to use this one and debug editor. Okay. And then the extensions. And this is something like remote explorer. And this is also, this I think you won't get it because I've installed it up. So till this you can use it up. So the first thing in a VS editor, VS Code editor is like click on your extensions and install something called your code runner. Okay. Okay, it's available over here. So I've installed this code runner. So why do I install this code runner is like say whenever I want to run a simple JavaScript. So I may not be dependent on your HTML to run that particular script and see it in the browser. Because basically a JavaScript is nothing but it is used to enhance or enrich your web application. So that's where the language came into picture, so that like say whenever you want to run a particular script inside a JavaScript, you need or like say you are writing a JavaScript, you need something called a HTML. So to avoid the dependency of HTML only, we have some plugins available which directly checks for the name of the file and then execute it. So this is one such plugin which helps you to execute a simple code as part of your JavaScript. Simple as it is. So you can see you can run all these configurable files. So you can install it. So once you install it, you will be getting a button like this, a play button. Okay. So for example, let me show it to you. Uh, okay, first let me save it over here. Control save. Okay. Mhm. Sorry, just a minute, guys. Let me delete it. Okay. Now let me create a new one. Let me save it. It will be documents, JavaScript, and just save it as your maybe like say sample.js. .js is the extension for your JavaScript, and then you can save it over here and then you can write something over here. Okay, for example,
Mm,
dot, sorry,
can you
yes,
explain what you did? I didn't got it.
hmm?
What you did actually? What step you did? I didn't understood here.
Nothing. I just opened my Visual Studio, just clicked over here on the empty space, and I got a text file. That's it. So let me close it, double click it. I got a text file. It's fine.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, yes. Hello.
This is free actually. Like this things after you install the Visual Studio, no, I can't able to
Yeah.
see the contents on the top because it's blocking the participants' names in the top. I'm trying to uh, minimize it. It's not minimizing for me. Like it says all the name and top view is like it's not visible for me.
And click on toggle
Uh,
full screen. It will work
Where I need to
on the
click?
top right. On the top right corner, three dot is there. Click on that.
Okay.
this
Then
one.
in
Then
that toggle full screen.
toggle full screen. No, but even
Uh,
though
so
even
it
though
is. So you are not able to see the screen. You mean, right? Full
yeah, top
that
screen
means.
actually, like a file menu, those kind I'm not able to see on the top one. It's there actually. It's the names. It's displays in the top
Ah,
with the blues.
is it fine? Is it fine now?
Uh, no, I can't. Can you click on the file menu? I'm not seeing it.
No, like you can see my screen now. Like go to this particular option over here at the top, and maybe like you can hide everyone or do something like that. Maybe that works, I guess.
Where I can hide?
You see my screen? Do you see my screen? I'm sharing the screen.
Just I'm seeing the terminal, that one alone. The problems output.
Okay, okay. Like is everyone seeing the terminal or the go-to meeting?
I'm seeing terminal.
Yeah, can see the
Uh,
VS Code window.
okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. Then what you do, you go to the top actually, top of GoToMeeting, your GoToMeeting. You have a GoToMeeting app or how is it?
I clicked on the browser, that one. Like when I click on the, it says like launch browser. I clicked
Okay,
on the
okay.
browser.
So you're in the Chrome actually. Is it right?
Yeah, I'm on the Chrome.
Okay, if it is in the Chrome, Chrome, I'm not sure how it works. Maybe let me check it out. Or maybe like, can you download the GoToMeeting and then rejoin back? Maybe to solve the issue, I guess, because there is a couple of options over there.
Yeah, if it's the app, you can choose hide everyone and it'll hide all
Yeah,
the people and you can see the full screen.
Oh, okay, here
yeah,
I'm not getting the
exactly.
option to
Yeah, yeah,
go to
because it's
meeting.
only a browser. Eh?
I need to
Yeah,
download the go
maybe.
to meeting download, no?
Yeah, exactly. You can go to Chrome and go to Meeting. That will be available. So you can download the app actually. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it will solve your problem. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe let me ping you in the chat actually. You can try to download it up.
Yeah, like from the Visual Studio, I didn't able to hear understand what exactly which one you clicked actually.
Okay, okay. Maybe let me re-explain it. So once you
Okay.
install your Visual Studio, right,
Mm-hmm.
it will be like a plain screen like this. Maybe anywhere inside the Visual Studio, just double click it. Okay, you get this particular untitled -1. That's it. You get a kind of editor where you can type something, do something, anything.
So shall I install it now or like how?
Yeah, you can install it now. Install it and rejoin back. No problem. Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be halt for the class
Uh,
for a few minutes.
Maybe we'll continue, but the theoretical part, yeah,
Okay.
theoretical part we'll continue that. Yeah,
Okay. Thank
yeah,
you.
sure, sure. No problem. Yeah. Okay, so maybe others, is it visible, like, or facing any issues, like, yeah?
No issues, Arvind. Just one
Okay.
question. So,
Yeah.
once we have Visual Studio Code open, so do we need to install
Mhm.
any extensions or anything of that sort?
Yep. Nothing you need to install. When JavaScript comes into picture, so that's what I'm trying to explain. For running your JavaScript, we need this particular code runner to run it up without any dependency towards your HTML.
Okay.
Why are
Maybe
we
we'll
installing
explain.
Code Runner here?
That's what, like to run your JavaScript without any dependencies, external dependencies, we need this code runner extension. As a standalone, JavaScript will not be able to execute it. So if there is any .js file, you need to use your terminal so that you can use your node space the JavaScript file name and then execute it. It will execute. But the thing is, like, say, no need, I don't want all these things. Like, I don't want node. I don't want the HTML page in which I need to put my JavaScript. I don't want anything. I just need to blindly run my script and see what is happening. In that case, this code runner will be helpful.
Okay,
So
got
the
it.
first one only, right? Code Runner,
Yeah, the
first one.
first one. Yeah, first
Okay.
one.
For me, it is showing as dot run Code Runner. So I'll
Dot run,
install
dot
that.
run. Yeah, same,
Yeah,
same,
dot
same,
run.
same,
Yeah,
same
same one.
dot run. Yeah,
It's
same one,
installed.
same. Yeah. Because, like, say, how you have used your C or your C++ or your Java, like you have an editor exclusively, and then you write your script, and then it executes the script, right? Similarly,
Yeah.
JavaScript cannot do like that. So JavaScript
Okay.
needs some external way to run your script. So that external way is nothing but one thing through Node, second thing through HTML page, and the third thing is the code runner without any dependency. Because JavaScript needs some type of environment in which it needs to run it up. So usually what people will do it is, like, say, you go to your particular Chrome and you click this three dots over inside your Chrome, more more tools, developer tool. Okay. You can see this option. So I opened my Chrome, this three dots, more tools, developer tools, and over here inside your console. Okay, so there is elements over here, console over here, recorder, performance, network, sorry, source, network, performance, memory, application, security, lighthouse. All these things will be the, you can use your console and then write some JavaScript. Okay, so people use this way also. Okay, so just a moment. Just a moment. Okay, so if you go to this particular Chrome, so you can see it over here, like, say, inside a console. So if you don't want any HTML or something, so I'm giving you some options so that you can use it up. So over here, what you can do, console, sorry, console dot log. Okay, and then you can type anything over here, like maybe test JavaScript, something like this, and click on enter. You get that output. So people use this way also to learn the particular item. Hello. Yeah, sorry, what was that? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so this way also we can use it up. Maybe I'm not able to maximize it up, apologize, because there is no option over here. And maybe I think someone raised their hand. Yes, please. Yeah, maybe Ajay Singh Rathur. Yeah, yes, please. Any doubts? Maybe if you don't have doubts, either you can ping in the chat or you can uh, unmute yourself and speak up. No problem. So if you don't have doubts, maybe I'll lower your hands. Okay, for now I'm lowering your hands. Maybe if something is there, kindly ping or unmute yourself. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so this is one way of how you can test it up. For example, if you want to test addition, so let me give it as var of a is equal to 110, and then var of b is equal to 10. Okay, and then we can have a console dot log, and then you can write both the thing a plus b, oh, sorry, plus b, and enter it. You get your output. So this is one way to run your script, JavaScript. A second way is nothing but this is the most easiest way, I would say. So just open your browser, just keep on typing it, and then for simple things you'll be getting your output. The second way only is going to be a little tougher way. Okay, so that is nothing but you need to create a HTML file, .html file. So let me show it to you. Okay, I've just opened my Visual Studio Code, nothing much. So let me open my file actually folder. So I've already created it up. So okay, no problem. Let's create it from the scratch. So what happens over here is, like, say inside your Visual Studio Code, what I'm trying to do over here is, like, say I'm just clicking on this one. That's it. So I get a untitled -1 over here. So I'm just trying to do some scripting. Let's say HTML over here, and I give it over here /HTML. That's it. Okay. It's already auto populated, and I'm giving a control S, a save. So I'm going to save it somewhere over here. Like, say, let me create a folder over here, day 0. Let me access it inside a day 0. Okay, and let me create something called as sample.html. Save. That's it. So this is your HTML file. So inside this HTML file, you can write your script. Okay, your JavaScript. So how to write it over here? Simple as it is. So let me open it and copy one of the code. Just a minute. Okay. So the first things first. Oh, fine. Let me see any other more simple script I have it. Just a minute. No, this is complex. Okay, fine. We'll take this one. Okay. Let me explain it to you. Over here. Just a minute. Okay. So you can see it over here. I have a HTML. Okay. You might be aware of it. How does HTML work? So we have a head. Okay. And we have a body. Okay. And okay, just a minute. This is again a complex one. I don't want this one. Just a minute. Let me take a more simpler one so that you will be having an understanding. I don't want this one as well. Just yeah, this is fine. So to start it off, I think this should be fine. Yes. Okay. So let me create one more. So I'm creating a one more sample, and then we'll come back to this one. So let me close it for now. So just double click it, paste it, and save it as your sample2.html. Okay. So now you can see I don't have anything much. I have a script tag. So first things first, always your JavaScript will exist inside a script tag. And where does this script tag can exist? The first thing, your script tag can be available. Your script tag can be available inside a head, inside a body of your HTML. Okay, and you can give it console.log. Maybe let me give it. This is JavaScript. Okay. So what I'm going to do over here is like say I am putting it as a HTML. I'm putting this inside your HTML. Okay. So let me cut it, put it over here, and similarly let me have it as a head. Okay. So you can have it inside your head as well over here. Just save it. I didn't do anything. I created three tags: head, sorry, HTML, head, and script. And inside that, I'm typing something called console.log. That's it. And now what I'm going to do it is like say I'm going to go to the place where I stored your sample.2. Okay, over here you can see today's time it is stored. So right click, open with Google Chrome. So you can see nothing is available. Okay, but what you can do it is like say you can go to your more tools, developer tools. You can see hi, this is JavaScript. You can see it over here inside the console. This is how your JavaScript will be working. So either you can use your traditional browser in order to write your script, or go to a particular HTML page and then you can do a console.log and then use it up. This console.log is nothing but it is similar command to that of your print statement inside your C, or in your Java it is like system.out.println, similar to that. So whatever inside your JavaScript, if you want to get the output out or read the output out, you need your console.log. So any doubts here so far, like say how to simple run your JavaScript?
Yes, Arvind. I do have one doubt. You told that we are using a code runner. For
Yeah,
as a code runner is not in the it's not dependent on the HTML body. So anyhow, you are using
exactly.
HTML tag. So why
Yeah, we are
then what is the
seeing,
relation?
we are seeing all the options actually. Currently, now we are seeing each option, how does it
Mhm.
run, and why we are going to code runner.
Okay. And one more question. Like in Java, we are creating a packages, classes. So same in the same manner, we are not creating packages, classes here.
Yes, yeah, we don't need to create that one. Yes, there is
Okay.
no class, no package. Actually, class you can create, but package and project is not a mandate.
Okay.
Maybe it doesn't require, because it is like independent one. Because mostly JavaScript, when it was built upon something with the help of like say just as a scripting language. Then only it became as a programming language. So JavaScript basically, whenever you see any documentations or forum, it is a place wherein it enriches your application. It's kind of a makes richness to your application. So there is a support for your HTML. So that's why it doesn't require any package or any project or anything. So you can directly create it as a JS file. That's it. Okay. And the next thing only, like say this is a simple script, like how does it work? So next thing only we are going to see how it can work effectively.
Arvind,
Uh,
just one question before we get to the next level.
yes, please.
I've saved this as a HTML file, and when I
Mhm,
clicked on run, it
mhm.
says not supported, code
Oh yeah,
language
it
not
will not
supported or
support.
defined.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly. When you run this one, it will not support. This is only for the extensions of .js, .java, dot class. Those extensions only it will support. HTML is not
okay,
an extension. It's kind of a browser file that is available, or a web browser file that is available. So it will not run
okay.
it. You cannot run a HTML file basically.
Okay. So I can open the HTML file with the browser
HTML file
and then
with the
see.
browser.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi. Can you
Ah,
please
yes,
tell
please.
me now? Right now, we're connected to the system. So, can you please tell me, like you told two flows, no? Like I
Ah,
didn't.
yes. Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry for that,
Yeah.
actually.
So, yeah, no problem. Like the two flows is nothing but like say this is the first flow. So we have the HTML head and your script. So basically, we were telling like say all your JavaScript exists inside your script tag over here. So each one we call it as a tag. So all your JavaScript will be existing inside your script tag. And when you run it up over here, like say as I opened, as I opened, okay, I didn't open it up. Okay, just a minute. Let me open it again. Yeah. I think it's a sample two, right? Yeah, sample two. Yeah. When you right click, open it in a Chrome. Yeah, it's open only. You don't see any options inside the web page. But what you can do it is, let's say you can click on this three dots, more tools, developer tools. Okay, you can see whatever you have written inside your this particular file. It should be available over there. Like say for example, hi, this is JavaScript. Hi, this is JavaScript. So this is how it works. Your JavaScript works only behind your browser, not in front of your browser. Okay. So in case if you want to make your script visible on front of your browser, then only the concept of your script tag comes into picture more effectively. Where if you want to project your particular JavaScript in your application front, you need to give a type beside your script, text and JavaScript. You need to specifically mention this particular line. It is kind of a syntax, like say telling the script like this is a JavaScript. And we call this particular option as your functions, or to be more understandable way, a method. Okay, so function is a keyword over here, and MSG check is a user defined name of the function. So when I say user defined name, it can be anything XYZ. That means you define it up as a developer. And then this alert is nothing but it's kind of a pop-up that comes into uh, a kind of a pop-up that comes in when the HTML page gets launched. Okay, and then I close the script and I keep it all the script inside the head. Okay, and then I go to the body. So I have a P tag as a paragraph tag, and sorry about it. And then I have a form tag where I have something called the input tag. Type is equal to button, value is equal to click. These are all syntaxes. Okay, and on click, that means when I click on the button, what it should do. I'm in turn calling your JavaScript function over here. Okay, so in turn on click is a event that is happening inside your browser. So when I click on that, what should happen? So MSG check. So let me save it and let's open it and see what happens. Right click, open Google Chrome. So you can see I can't still see the pop-up, but instead what I can see, I can see welcome to JavaScript tutorial that is available over here. So input button, so it's something like say you can also change it like click me, save it, refresh your page. You can see whatever I did, the value it is coming over here. And if I click if I click the button click me now this alert box is coming which says this is the JavaScript alert. Okay, and then okay. So now if you want to do any operations over here, like say var of a is equal to 1, var of b is equal to 2, and then if you want to add something over here, let's say a plus b, sorry, plus b, save it. Now let me refresh the project. Sorry, the HTML over here. Click me. You can see, okay, it's not coming. Sorry about that. Just a minute. I need to do a plus. That's it. Okay. Click on it. Okay. You can see 2 is coming, right? Alert 1, 2. Okay, it's appending it actually. So that shouldn't happen. Let me give it as a result. It's equal to a plus b. Save it. Yeah, refresh it. Click me. You can see you get the addition. Okay. So this is how it works. So this is the second way, and this is the first way. So first way here also you can do anything like saying you can do the same thing. A is equal to 1. Sorry, where of A is equal to 1, where of B is equal to 2, and then you can do a console dot log, and then you can show it as, let's say, A plus B. Okay, and enter it, you get your result. This way also you can do it, and this way also you can do it. In both the things, if you see, there is a lot of efforts for you to access your external files, and then you get your output to practice it out. To avoid all these things only, basically we have something called your code runner. So in your code runner, simple as it is, where of A is equal to 1, where of B is equal to 2, no need to, okay, let's have it as a where of result is equal to A plus B, and then I can have it as a console dot log, sorry, console dot log over here A plus B. Okay, now what I will do it is like I'll save it as a JS file, maybe day 0, yeah, sample3.js file. Let's save it, and now you click the code runner. Okay, you get your out. So that's why I said, like, say, no need to depend upon any external sources like Chrome or your console or your HTML. Just if you install your code runner, it will be much more flexible for you to run it. Anything and everything, it just checks for the JS.js. If it is available, it will take it, it will run it.
Arvind, how
Okay.
did you open the code runner there tab?
Code runner
How
here,
to open it?
here,
How did you
you,
open code runner tab? So your first two
this
tabs are plain HTML tabs. So code runner, how did you open it?
Okay. Nothing. You just go over here. It's just a new file. Just you see my hand symbol
Yeah,
in Visual Studio,
yeah,
right? Just
yes,
just
I
double
have a
click
new.
it. That's it.
Yep.
Just double click it,
Okay.
and then we need to write our code. A is equal to
Okay.
2. That's it, and then save it. Control S, and then save it. That's it.
Okay. Oh, save as
Sample.js.
.js file.
.js file. Yes.
Okay.
And then you need to type it like, say, console.log. And then you can have it up and save it again, and then run it up. You will be getting your result. So here, this is the disadvantage. It keeps on adding the result. So don't assume like, say, the first one is your result. So if you want to clear, there is a clear option available over here, clear output. You can click on this clear output, and then again you can run it. You get your option. So again you can clear it. Okay. So this is how your JavaScript works. Okay, as a basic picture. Okay, and maybe for Cypress installation, maybe let's move it to the next session because we need to have an understanding of all the files. It will take another 20 more minutes. So 20 minutes or maybe half an hour. So maybe we'll have this session as a QA. So any doubts and anything like we can share it now. So any doubts, feel free to convey it. Maybe we can check it up. If there is no doubts, feel free to drop off so that we can again collaborate tomorrow. Monday.
Mm,
So
but-
yeah,
Okay. Thanks, Arvind.
yeah,
Cheers. Bye.
thank you. Yeah. This flow is for how many ways we can run JS. I didn't understand. This flow means you want to run the JS file inside your Chrome, you mean?
No, her question is that in how many ways we can run any code in by using Visual Code.
Yeah. Visual Studio, you can run any codes actually. So you just need to have the extension .js. Just you need to have a .js file and that's it. You can run how many ever. Like say even I can open like hundreds of files over here and then I can run it up. So wherever your file is in focus, there only the code runner will be running it. So is it fine? Like does it answer your question? Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Maybe if there is no doubt, like say we can close the session. If not, I can wait for some more time. Okay. Maybe I think that's all we have. Maybe have a good day and good weekend. And let's catch up again on Monday. Yes. Thank you so much. Thanks for attending.